Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind. Well, hello everyone, my name is Spencer, also known as ScreenSpeak, and welcome onto my review of the new Lilo and Stitch 2025 live-action remake. So, this is my spoiler review, so without further ado, let's discuss. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into today's review. And as always, I'm wearing my new shirt that my mom got for me. It says I rather not have Stitch on it, crossing his arms. And I did take my my mom got this for me, Stitch little squishmallow with he's holding a frog there. Just totes adorbs. And so, what do I think about this movie? I love it. I enjoy it. I had a good time at the theater. I don't want to say right now what my rating of the film is yet. I'll let you know after, when I get close to the end. But I had a good time at the theater. You know, there's things that I don't like. Like, let me just get out of the way here. The two worst, the top three worst live action remakes they've done, in no particular order, is Snow White, the most recent one, Mulan, and 2021, and Pinocchio. Worst three. Little Mermaid is probably in that top five as well, and then, like, Cinderella, I actually haven't seen that. I've heard that's really good, because that was, like, the first one they ever did. Like, the top, and then, the top ones are, like, Cinderella, Christopher Robin, except Christopher Robin it's just a live-action movie that's not a recreate. I mean, it's like a live-action Winnie the Pooh, which it is, but it's not even like they did, like, I mean, I guess they did a Christopher Robin story, but they've done a lot of animated Winnie the Pooh. Christopher Robin movie is a Christopher Robin movie. It's not called Winnie the Pooh live-action interpretation of a specific movie, so I like that. But those two movies are great. I don't know, there's another one, like, the Aladdin's great, Beauty and the Beast are great. Those are, like, the top four. And this is in the top five. Like, these are my top five. This Lilo and Stitch, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, live-action ones. Cinderella, and then I gotta go back and watch it, and Christopher Robin. Those are my top five. And like the top three worst I just mentioned. Pinocchio, Mulan, and Snow White. And Little Mermaid's in the, like, meh category. But this one is a contender for, it changes the story up a little bit, but it still is as cute and adorable and memorable. Like, yes, there's things people are like, I don't really need to, like, just go watch the original. And yes, that's true. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, they changed things up, but I'm like, it's still so adorable. The thing that drove me crazy about the Mulan film, and especially about Pinocchio, Geppetto has all these clocks on his wall where he's like some sort of time traveler, where he's like, yeah, I gotta have a clock that has Woody on it, or this certain Disney representation of the company. And I was so excited for Pinocchio, because I'm like, cool, it looks modernized, it has Tom Hanks, how could you possibly go wrong? Robert Zemeckis is a director, how could you possibly go wrong? Failed in many drastic ways. Then you got Mulan, this cool recreation with, you know, the martial arts, this assassin vibe, with the music stripped out of it. I'm like, what? You know, the whole core center of Mulan is not only the story, but the music, you know, that's all Disney. Could you imagine how frustrated me and other people would have been if Lilo and Stitch didn't have the music? Didn't have the Hawaiian culture music in it? Would have ruined it. Like, tenfold. And I'm like, thank God, like, this movie is perfect. Like, it's not perfect, but it still has that culture vibe, it still has the music, it still has the feels, and that's what it gave me. So I enjoyed it for that benefit. I enjoyed it for that factor and reason, right? But there's certain moments, even, I'll mention this, another bad one was, like, the two Lion King movies. They've done nothing for me. I don't like them at all. Those are also two of the worst. I think Little Mermaid comes above the two Lion King movies, because at least they have good acting in it. The Lion King, which is like, they're photorealistic animals that are talking. Like, they don't emote. You know, at least in Little Mermaid, there's actual like some human characters that I can stand watching on screen. Like Melissa McCarthy's good in that, but like the Little Mermaid, like the Under the Sea song is kind of like off key a little bit, but it bothers me. But like Little Mermaid changes things up, but it's like, all right, it's watchable, I guess, but I don't know. There's just things about that that like I tried to watch it. It's like it's fine. Snow White is like really bothersome. But anyway, Lilo and Stitch, the Cobra. I think there's a couple of things. Nani, like there's like moments they have the like same scenes in there, right? It's pretty much, it's not shot for shot, but it's like scene wise the same ish until you get to the third act. And I'll tell you that the movie lost me, but I'll tell you when. Like I said, I enjoyed my time at the theater. I think it's a watchable movie. And I'll tell you when. Or at the start, I was like, huh. So there's a new social worker. The addition, there's Cobra Bubbles as you see in the trailer, and the new social worker. Basically, this first act or the first scene is exactly the same as the original. Like, oh, and Gantu's not in this movie, but I'll get to that later. So Jumba and you meet the Experiment 626, and he goes Mara Krishna. So he does that again, and we're getting that whole scene with the animation. Looks great in space, and then he takes the police cruiser down, and we meet Lilo and Nani. And Nani in there's a new social worker who's voiced by the original Nani voice actress from the original. Very cool. But I'm like, this moment's supposed to be the moment where they meet Cobra Bubbles, and I'm like, is this gonna work? Then they meet Cobra Bubbles later, and he's like, and then she's like, it says Cobra on your knuckles, and you know, all these lines from the original, and you know, the original's still better in my opinion. And I was watching these scenes play out. I'm like, okay, like we have two different stories here, and you know, the whole story about the ugly duckling, Stitch being lost. I really love that. Like it's really. I watched this both the original the day before I went to check this out in theaters, and I love this movie, man. I love the original movie. It's one of my top 3 Disney movies for me, like top 5 Disney movies. It's so good, excluding Pixar, like top 3 Disney animated studio movies. It's so good, and because of the Lilo Stitch relationship, and they really capture that emotion in this film. Specifically, I mean, because Cobra's there, he's CIA, and he's working in Jumba and Pleakley, by the way. Jumba and Pleakley. They're Zach Galifianakis, Billy Magnuson. Oh, their chemistry. Like, I just love both of them on screen, working together. And he's like, fine, I'll do this my way, as they say. Like, 'cause, like, you know, the whole moment when, like, Jumba's fired and stuff. And Billy Magnuson sitting in the bathtub. It was just so funny. I laughed at it. I'm like, there's moments here that I'm laughing, and I'm like, oh, they changed stuff up, but I wasn't, like, pissed off about it. Then I'm like, okay. You know, Snow White. You know, the new Snow White. I haven't seen. I didn't really grow up with Snow White. I watched it once or so as a kid, and had very faint memories about it. You know, and then I went back to it before, like when the new one was coming out. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is Snow White. Okay, yeah, like this stuff happens. It's very short. You know, the new one, I'm like, okay, the new one has, you know, the dwarves singing, and then Snow White's on a horse, and she's doing this, and there's the evil queen, and she looks, you know, the old lady, whatever, right? But I'm like, this movie is confusing because it's supposed to be like she's like a female with doing male hero stuff. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, girls can do stuff that guys do, but I'm like, Snow White. This is not the story of Snow White. Lilo and Stitch, what they do in this movie, doesn't change stuff up. So Lilo is a girl that's trying to be a male superhero. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're completely changing it up. So, like, the thing, you know, like that sense, like it didn't make me mad like that. The thing that I am troubled over, and I'm going to say this right now, because like I loved the cast itself. Lilo was adorable with the relationship with Stitch and Nani, and their, you know, we have all the songs like I mentioned before, and them trying to get except the Hawaiian roller coaster ride like doesn't take place. You know, like when they're on the beach and they do the "Work Like an Angel" scene with Nani. They're going through the jobs, but it's different than like when they're on the beach and he doesn't dress up as Elvis on that scene. He dress up as Elvis at the end. He doesn't dress up as Elvis on the beach. So A little different, but again, they change story beats. They do stuff like different locations differently. So I like that. But Gan 2, like I mentioned before, is missing from this movie. And you don't need a big bad villain. Like, Jumba's more a antagonist in this film than he really is in the original. He's an antagonistic character in the original, but he kind of turns good after. Like, what I loved more about the original was the humor and the chemistry between Stitch and Jumba. And not to say that, like, I love. Oh, by the way, Chris Sanders coming back to do Stitch. He's just a cute, adorable creature. He's fun to watch on the screen. He really is in this film, in both of them. But Jumba, like, as Zach Galifianakis is funny, and Billy Magnuson as Pleakley is funny. He was so good in the role. And both these films work like the original animated. This one is great, but we're giving, you know, like Gan 2 was a threat, and you're missing that epic action at the end. And then, like, when Stitch is fighting with the blue punch buggy, and I forgot to tell you, it's your birthday. Like, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. And he's like, Merry Christmas. It's not Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. When Stitch's like, Happy Hanukkah. All that dialogue there, I love in the house. He does come to the house, but it's very like, you must come with me. You must come with me. And I miss that original Jumba voice, but regardless, I loved it. Like, I enjoyed the sequences as they played out, and the fight, if you will, with Jumba in the ship, and when Stitch, like, Lilo is on the ship, but it's like when Nani's trying to look for them, and then he's like, because I miss that moment where he tells Nani, Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind. So that's not there. They're looking for Nani and Lilo, or Nani and David are looking for Lilo, and then the Pleakley meets the crew, the people, and Cobra Bubbles, and Pleakley's like, they're on this ship. So they go find him, or find her, Lilo, and Stitch, and then they crash in the sand, and Hannah Waddingham, I heard someone say that Hannah Winningham, not the right name, Hannah Waddingham is the High Councilwoman. Great choice to have her voice from Ted Lasso. She's voicing High Councilwoman, and she's like, you know, at the end is like, he has to go with us, and Jumba's like captured in a tube at this point. It's like, and Jumba doesn't even stay with them at the end. So it's cool, I guess. Pleakley stays with them on Earth, and Stitch stays with them as Lilo's pet. And yeah, I don't know. So certain beats play out the same, and then they play the song at the end. And then Nani goes to her marine biology, learn that, and she's going away, and then she's like, and then she uses a portal gun to come to Lilo's room so she can see her, because she's like doing this video call. She's like, I miss you, you know. She uses a portal gun to get to her room, and Cobra Bubbles is like, you're not asleep up there. That's not what sleeping sounds like. And he opens up the door, they're all in the bed together. So very cute moment, and the movie ends with them playing the Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love by Elvis song. So that's how they end the movie. And the movie is directed by Dean Fletcher Camp, who did Marcel with the Shells of Shoes On, which I like the comparison there with doing two animated films with a live-action creature. Love it a lot. But an animated creature in live-action form. That's how you say that. But I loved it a lot. I enjoyed it. This movie is an 8 out of 10 for me. The original is a 10 out of 10. So that's just my opinion. I do enjoy it. And I think this is a good one to remake. I think that I've heard that they're going to do more, just like the How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but I've heard that they might, and that's perfect to me. I think this is one that you can do more of, more so than, whatever it's called. Mufasa, Lion King. Like, Lion King made $1 billion for the 2017 one, or 2019 one, and then the Mufasa movie made a lot of money, but I was like, I just didn't care about it. I just didn't care. This, I love Lilo and Stitch. Like, I love the original. I was excited for this one, and I enjoyed it. If you're one of those people that didn't, or is not, like, into the live-action remakes, totally fine. I'm not gonna throw out your opinion. Like, this is just my opinion. I'm not here to judge you. Just love this stuff. And You know, like I said, I'm not into all of the live action remakes. I hate is a strong word, but just didn't love. I just did not love Mulan, Pinocchio, or Snow White at all. Just not, just awful. So, but this is the one for me. I actually do think out of all the ones I mentioned, like I think this one's my favorite, and then Aladdin, and then, oh my God, what's the other one? Christopher Robin, then Beauty and the Beast, and then Cinderella. Actually, Cinderella is the one I haven't watched yet, but I've heard is really good. Like I maybe have watched it, but I don't know. It's done by guy who did Thor, Kenneth Branagh. So, anyway, that's my thoughts on the new Lilo and Stitch movie. What did you think about it? Like, I just thought the culture, that they still had the culture there. If they didn't have the culture, if they completely retconned something, but they didn't really retcon anything, it was like sort of the same, like, you know, without the ugly duckling thing. They mentioned Ohana. It's just like they took out the scene where Nani's looking for Lilo, and talks to Stitch. So it's like certain moments are gone. Oh, by the way, the one moment that I did kind of roll my eyes at when I heard in a review earlier that the moment where Lilo was using Stitch as a record player, like, check this out. She's like, hold on. And Nani's like, yeah, I'm listening, like, go. She's like on her phone, and she's just like, all right, time to go. Like, I'm like, what? So you kind of lost that, like, remember the animated one? She was just like just doesn't know what to say. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to not like take this like bit out of like the other review I saw, but like I'm like, yeah, like the original moment is like, what's going on, right? Nani's like, what? I don't know what to say to that. But in this one, she's like just looking at her phone, like, oh yeah, okay, time to go. I'm like, what? And I was like, okay, I don't know how to perceive that like after watching the review, but like this one person's review. But then I saw it in the film, was like, yeah, I'm kind of rolling my eyes at like, I didn't physically roll my eyes, but I'm like, okay, really? It's like a split second, blink and you'll miss it. I'm like, you can notice it, like, but it's like 5 seconds worth of dialogue and like a scene. But I'm like, really, like Lilo's all excited, like, look at this, right? And then Nani's just like, yeah, I'm on my phone, I'm on the TikToks, I'm on the social medias, let me go. What? Whatever. But to me, that didn't make me frustrated with the movie because it wasn't like a full-on retcon. It wasn't like, well, I don't know, I can't even make an analogy, but it's not like we're doing something completely different, so I don't know. Oh, and there's a picture at the end where David and Nani do kiss, so they're together in a relationship now, so that was very cute. You know, so things happen in the good way. I love this movie, 8 out of 10. And, you know, we got the good original, we got this good one, you know? One's not bad, you know. I would love to see a bad, like, I can't even think of a bad animated film. They should do a Shark Tale live action. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. They should do a Shark Tale live action and see if it's better than the original. But you know what? There have been dumber things. So, I don't know. Let me know what you thought of Lilo and Stitch 2025 live action remake. And let me know if you have seen it. If you haven't, I'll be seeing this film again with my YMCA summer camp. It says summer, so I'm so excited to see it again for free. Regardless, let me know what you thought. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check this one out in theaters. If you are a fan of Lilo and Stitch, if you're just not a fan of the live action Disney remakes, don't go see it. I forbid you, dang it. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like. Be sure to go see it if you are a fan of Lilo and Stitch. And if you have been excited, let me know. Or if you've been excited, go see it. If you have seen it already, let me know in the comment section below what you thought. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me for all what's going on my social medias where I have it. Social media links are down below. And for what's coming up on the channel. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm, watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye. And quick message from Stitch. Ohana means family. No family means nobody gets left behind. Nala Krista! Bye, everyone.